welcome to another episode of TBR Swap, and this time I suckered Jess from Peace Loves Books into doing this collab with me. If you've never watched an episode before, don't worry, you can start here. Essentially, a booktuber and me just play each other's TBR games, and then we control each other's reads for a week. So in this video, Jess is going to play my TBR game, Snakes and TBR Stacks, and then tell me what I'm going to read for each prompt. And if you go watch her video after this, I do the same thing with her TBR game. It's always a lot of fun. It always pushes me a little bit outside of my comfort zone, and I'm very excited. I do think that people tend to lean a little bit towards what you normally read, so I'm expecting some sort of fantasy romance on here, but I'm hoping that Jess picks some contemporary romance for me. I'm just starting to like contemporary romance. Miley wants to say hello, kind of, not really. Well, I'm just starting to like contemporary romance, so I'm just starting to dabble in some tropes or new authors, and so I really hope that she kind of pushes me to explore that side. But who knows? I'm excited to see what she picks for me. I love Jess's channel, so definitely go make sure that after you watch this, you check out her video. I'm just kind of nervous about the pick. I'm always nervous. It's wild to give up control, and I can't believe people say yes to this. So let's just see what she gives me, Let's just get into the first one.
Hi, Cassidy. I am very excited, but also I don't think I've ever been this nervous to film a video before because I watch your videos, obviously, and I feel like it is very hard to find a book you love. I watched one of your last ones where you DNF'd every single book in the video, and I feel so much pressure, but you're going to pick you 3 books to read based off of your TBR game. I do have it downloaded into my Canva. I'm just going to do this virtually, so I will screen record to show. You did tell me that you last ended on human, so I also don't have any dice in my house, so I'm going to virtually roll as well. I do have some picked out next to me. I've cross-checked with your Goodreads. It is not a good sign, though, that some of the books I was going to recommend potentially were 3-star reads for you. So I am trying really, really hard. We will see if any of these that I have fit your prompts. So I will go ahead and roll. We are going to screen record. I found this really cool dice roller thing. So we're going to roll 2 dice. I think I just have to click it, right? And it stops. Okay, so we landed on 3. So we have 1, if I can hold him, 2, 3. New. Does this mean a new book? I think this means a new book, and I'm assuming it means new that you've bought, but if we're gonna do new, I feel like this one I have here counts because it is a newer book. It came out in 2025. So my interpretation of this prompt is that it is a newer book. I'm assuming it means you've recently bought it, but this one came out in 2025. I read it. It's one of my favorite books of the year. So I'm a little nervous for you to read it because I don't know if you love Second Chance. Second Chance is my favorite trope, and this is a contemporary by one of my favorite authors, and that is going to be Left of Forever by Tara DeWitt. This is a second chance romance, and they used to be married and they have a kid together. So that's all I want to tell you about this book. I did listen to the audiobook of this. I absolutely loved it. So first pick for you, Left of Forever by Tara DeWitt. I hope you like it.
Okay, I know absolutely nothing about this book, so I can't really tell you if I'm excited or not. I am intrigued. This is what I wanted. I wanted to try new authors. I wanted to try new tropes. I have not tried Second Chance that many times. In fantasy romance, it tends to not be my favorite, but I'm not sure about contemporary romance because Wild and Wrangled was Second Chance, and I really did enjoy that one. But then I also, way back when, read the Bromance Book Club book 1 and hated that. So we'll see how this one goes. But I know nothing about it, so let's just get to reading. I've actually made a really good indent into Left of Forever. I'm on page 91, which is the start of part 2. I will say at first I was very hesitant reading this. It is very romantic, which is not my usual style. I don't know. I don't necessarily like a rom-com for romance, I'm learning, but I also don't like it to be super sappy, and I find this one is very much a sap sesh. We're discussing all of the things that they miss about each other. Since it is a second chance romance, they've been divorced before, they have a kid, it's been 4 years, they're trying to keep things civil, but both of them miss each other quite a bit. And so whenever in their heads, they're just kind of sad about the fact that they don't get to love this other person anymore. Versus I think I prefer my romances to start off fun and playful and bantery and then get that romantic connection as they go. So I definitely was very hesitant and was I'm not sure I'm gonna like this, but I'm not gonna lie, it is so well written that I think I'm liking it. I think I'm attached. I think I want to know what's gonna happen. I could see my myself getting bored if like there is no fun bantery element added to this. But at this moment in time, I'm like, okay, I want to see how they come together. Also, he's a firefighter and I think I like that aspect. But I will say I don't like the letters. In this, they're sending letters back and forth because she sent like a care package to the firefighters, not knowing he'd be there, and he ends up getting her care package and he knows it's from her right away, even though they're like anonymous, but like she puts her like bakery goods in there and he knows they're her bakery goods from eating them his whole life. So he starts like writing letters back to her and he knows that it's her, but she doesn't know it's him. And I don't like that. I didn't like that in Divine Rivals either. I think there's something icky about the fact that he knows to me. I feel like I wouldn't feel this way if she knew, which is probably a weird standard to have. But I feel like men already have so much like power and dominance over us that this is just like another thing for me that it feels like a power imbalance that I don't like. But we'll see, because like they're no longer writing letters. I will also say that I do feel like I missed out. I definitely think I'm a series reader and I wish that I had read book 1 before this, but who knows if I would have liked book 1 as much, and that's like kind of the problem for me. But I do feel like I'm missing out on knowing characters better and like understanding other side character interactions because I didn't read book 1. But I could be making that up. That could be something just like in my head because I didn't read book 1, so like I don't know if the characters are even in that book. But like there are moments where I'm like, I don't really understand you, but I wonder if I would have if I read book 1. I'm definitely intrigued. I like the discussion on romance and divorces and falling out. Like I like when they talk about the divorce because relationships are hard. Relationships are about choosing each other every day. They are never actually just like perfect good times and happiness. Like you go through points in your life where like you don't want to be touched by your partner. That's just like a realistic element of being together for so long, in my opinion. There are moments where like you are probably fed up with them, but you still love them at the same time and you choose them, and that's what a relationship is. And what happens when you stop choosing each other because of all these other issues that are piling up on top and you can't like see the way through. I have liked that quite a bit as someone who's been dating someone for 9 years and constantly choosing each other. Our fridge broke a couple days ago, and I mean our fridge side is still working but the freezer isn't, and not having ice in my house is a tragedy. How do people live this way? Because we have one of those fridges with like the water and the ice in the freezer in the door there, so I have no ice and I just want an iced coffee so badly. And it's such bad timing because normally I could just drive and get one, but currently they're repaving our road, so I am stuck in my house. Like I can't leave because the road is closed because they're paving it. So my dad left early this morning so that we wouldn't be fully stuck in here, so he left before they started at 7 a.m. He left at like 6:30, and then he can park his car like down the road when he comes back and just like walk into our neighborhood. So we're not like fully stuck, but he's out still and not home. I did text him and ask him to bring me home an iced coffee, so we'll see if he remembers to do that because I feel very grumpy. I need coffee. Which is a bad sign and probably means I should not drink it because I like to not be this person that needs coffee every day, but I am absolutely exhausted today and I feel like I really need it. But I have made it a decent chunk into our story. I'm 60% in. I am torn. I don't have a lot of thoughts, but I'm very torn because I'm equally bored and intrigued with this. I think it's just so well written. I'm definitely interested in trying other stuff from this author, but I don't like the tropes very much. I don't think. It's so sappy and I like to laugh and kick my feet and giggle, and it's very much them reliving what they went through and like healing from what happened to them. It's very much them re-falling in love with each other, and I think I prefer to see someone fall in love for the first time. Like they're remembering things about each other. Also, I feel like the smut comes a little too early for me because they're like reminiscing on old times, so we get flashbacks to like their old sex scenes, and I don't care. Like I really need to care about a relationship to care about the smut, which is why I'm a slow burn girl, why I love the yearning and stuff, because then we finally get it. It feels like it was necessary in that moment. Them just like reminiscing on like a time that she was banged on the kitchen counter doesn't really do it for me, especially at 20% into the book. I mean, I'm 60% in, but we definitely got one very early on and we've had a few in there. So I'm not sure, but I think it's so well written that I still care. And so I don't want to DNF it. So I'm torn. And that's really all my feelings on this right now. I am just getting ready for the day. I'm gonna go grab a coffee, I think, because we still have no fridge at my house. I'm kind of filming 2 vlogs, like, interconnected, so I don't really remember what I said during each one, but, you know, it's fine. Like, I'm reading the last book of Reader DNF currently at the same time as doing this vlog, so there's a little bit of a mix-up there. But I did finish Left of Forever last night. I am very much torn on my feelings for this book, because this was not a Cassidy book, and I was bored for a lot of it, but it also was just so well written that I did find myself intrigued. I did find myself caring about characters. I'm giving it a 3-star, I think, but part of me thought about a 4-star just because it's so well written. Like, I would love to try more from this author. I just don't think, like, this particular story was for me. There were some really funny moments. There's a moment with, like, hot peppers and ice cream in this that I was cackling at. I thought it was so well done and so funny, but I would have liked it to lean a little bit more into the funny and less into, like, their past almost. I think this book was just a little bit too stuck in the past for me. And, like, that's kind of the point. It is second chance. They're trying to work through what made their marriage not last so that they can give this a second chance. So, like, I get it, but I just wasn't as invested in the past part, but I did like the present part. But I think there's some really, really strong themes in this, and I do also kind of wish the side characters had more scenes in this one, but also I feel like I really missed out on understanding the side characters because I didn't read book 1. So those are, like, my personal struggles with it. Truly, my mind is so empty on it, though, because, like, I think different tropes this author could really work for me, but I don't think second chance is for me, but I will have to try more second chance to really know that, if you know what I mean. Well, I'm gonna finish getting ready, and then I'm probably gonna go get coffee and listen to my audiobook for Reader DNF, and then when we come back, let's do, or maybe before I go, I don't know. As soon as I get ready, I'll figure out a plan, and then I will look at Jess's next pick with you guys, because we gotta know what I'm reading next. I hope I have a physical book, because I have an audiobook going right now, so I'm hoping for a physical book. Okay, I need to figure out what I'm reading next, so let's do that together. I have no predictions. Oh, maybe Crescent Kingdom by Tessa Hale. That would be maybe one of my predictions.
Okay, I am going to screen record again. We are going to roll our dice the second time. They're going to go all spinny, and then I will see what we land on. Okay, so 1 book out of the way. 2 left, so we have 7. So we go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. We have ebook. Okay. So this, I feel like these are all very easy prompts for me. I was worried because I was like, oh, I don't know, like, the POVs. I don't know some other things, but I think that for an ebook, I'm assuming you're going to read this one on ebook because it is in KU, and this is the one that I really, really wanted you to read. This is going to be Killer of Mine by Alexis Grace. This is a Why Choose romance where her father is a serial killer, and she was raised by him, and she has to do something to get out of his clutches, basically, and she joins the FBI to try to track him down, and it's her with a bunch of FBI guys, and it is so good. I really hope you like it. There's only 2 books out right now, but the 3rd one does come out in August, so you can pick this up on ebook, and it's in KU, and I really hope you like it, so we'll see.
Serial killers, why choose? Those are 2 buzzwords that I love, but I did not expect to ever see them together. I am so excited for this. I have heard nothing. I have no clue what this book is. Like, I've never heard it. The way that was described sounds exactly like a Cassidy book. It sounds like Mind F, but make it Why Choose. It sounds like a good time. Like, I like to read about serial killers. That sounds kind of unhinged. Please no one take that out of context. But you know what? I am predicting a 4-star at least. I'm predicting to love this just because the concept sounds so good. I hope it doesn't let me down. That would be awful. Let's read. Okay, I have good news and I have bad news. The bad news, I can't really vlog and talk to you about this book. The good news, I read it in 1 sitting. Oh my god. Listen, I try not to do this, but last night I curled into bed. I filmed 1 clip. Here you go. I literally just took my makeup off and I'm just laying in bed now, but I'm gonna read more, and I think I needed to update the vlog because I'm already 20% into this. I'm having so much fun. I don't really know what to say. It's just like good vibes. I think the romance is happening a little too fast. It's very much insta lust, insta love. But I don't know, the concept of this is just like giving goofy, silly, but serious. It honestly kind of reminds me of Mind F a lot. But without her being the actual serial killer. But just like the vibes of that. But why choose? I'm having a great time so far. I'm 20% in, and I'm probably going to read for 4 more hours. And I devoured the book in one sitting, and all of a sudden it was 2 a.m. and I was done the book. Which makes my review for this kind of hard. This is when craziness comes in. We essentially follow our main character, whose dad is a serial killer, and she is on a quest to hunt him down and catch him. And then she stumbles into some FBI agents, a team that is literally known for catching serial killers. She kind of joins them. There's a whole thing, and it's a why choose with all these 4 other men that are also trying to catch her dad. And the world doesn't know she's his daughter also. This was just so fun and so inherently bingeable. Do I recommend this book? I don't think so. Did I think this book was good? I don't know. It kind of reminded me of my experience when I read Tessa Hale, where I read an entire series by her pretty much back to back to back, and I just like wanted to keep consuming it, but I was constantly laughing at the book. I was like, wow, this plot isn't that good. These characters are not that deep. I wish that the romance was better, things like that, but I couldn't stop reading. That's how I felt while I read this book as well. Surface level characters, okay? Like so surface level. The romance, they look at her and they're in love. All of them. Like literally all of them. Even the one that holds out the longest, he's in love with her. He's just holding out for another reason and he doesn't want to get his wee-wee wet. But I couldn't stop reading. Like I truly couldn't stop. I was having fun. I was giggling. I was like down for the story. Do I think I'm going to continue in this series? I don't think so. I think that once the like vibe, the high of just like binging this wears off, I won't care to continue. But maybe during like a 24-hour readathon, if I just wanted something fun, I could see me picking this up. I think it was a fun time book. I don't think it was that well written. I don't think the plot was really that good, but I just had so much fun while reading it. And those are the hardest books for me to review. They're the hardest books for me to rate because I think it's like a 3.5, like a 3-star, because I don't think it was really that good, but it wasn't bad either because I had a great time with it. And so I think if you were just strictly a vibe reader, you would love this. If you don't care and you're just here for a silly, goofy, good time, you will love this. This is like a pickup, like maybe if. But if you care that the plot needs to be good, that the characters need to be good, that the romance needs to be good, maybe don't pick this one up. Which I think I do care about those things, which is why even though I read it and consumed it in one breath essentially, it's only a 3-star for me because I do care that the characters had no dimension to them. I do care that the men fell in love with her real too quickly. I do care that there was no pining or yearning, and like the smut honestly even wasn't that good and it was so quick. So like I'm so conflicted, but I read it in one sitting and I had a great time while reading it. And that's really all that matters at the end of the day. Also, journey of trying to grow my hair out is really working. It's so long. I keep wanting to play with it and touch it today. But yeah, that's book 2 done. I count that book as a serious win. I think both books have been a win because I think I want to try more from the last author. But this book was a serious win for me, even though I'm not going to continue. I needed something like this at this moment. And so I personally had a really fun time with it, even though I'm only giving it 3 stars. That's really confusing about my rating system is there are 3 stars that I really, really did enjoy. I am not afraid to give things 2 or 1 stars. I still enjoyed a 3-star and I still really did enjoy this one. You know, maybe you don't know. Let's figure out what I'm reading next, okay? Let's do it. I'm hungry. We have crazy bread in the fridge from last night and I'm gonna heat that up in the air fryer and have that for lunch, but I need to figure out what I'm reading first off. And then we are heading camping for the weekend.
Okay, so we have my like top 2 that I really went into this wanting her to read. I have a couple more options written down, so we'll see what I end up picking, but I'm gonna go ahead and screen record one more time, hopefully one more time, unless we get a snake, because I know I had to pick another one if I do get a snake. So we are going to roll again. 9. Okay, so going to 9, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and I hit a snake. Okay, so I'm on object, which I think I stay here and then I go to the snake. I could be doing this wrong, but we're gonna do object first and then I will go down and roll again for the 4th book. I'm so sorry I had to read 4 books for this. So first we have object, and I'm assuming that means it has to have an object on the cover. So unless I'm wrong, but it just says object. So I'm going to interpret this how I see it. So object on the cover, can it be like any object? There's one that I have that I'm thinking of that you haven't read yet. I don't know. I was perusing your Goodreads, and you do read quite a few dark romances, and I don't know if you've read this one yet, but the cover does have an object on it. It's a skull, which is still an object. So I would love for you to read Insatiable by Lee Rivers. This is also an obsession of mine this year. It is a dark romance, so definitely know that before you read this one. And he is actually the son of a serial killer. So we got a bunch of serial killers in this reading vlog, but this is also the first book of a series. It's 3 books as well, and all of them are out, though I binged this an entire weekend. And he's kind of obsessed with her, and it's kind of second chance because they're broken up right now. And that's all I want to say. I can't really tell you anything about that other than that, but I loved this, so I hope you're ready for a dark romance because this one is really good, and I hope you like it.
I've seen this cover around, and I'm definitely excited for this one. I didn't really know what it was about. Didn't know that it was second chance. Jess, you like second chance quite a bit, and I don't know yet. I don't know if I'm a second chance person, so I guess we'll figure it out. This is gonna be hilarious when I'm camping this weekend and I'm reading on my Kindle and my boyfriend's mom asks what I'm reading. And I'm gonna be like, oh, just a romance. She likes to be nosy, so then she's gonna be like, what's it about? Serial killers? No, I'm very excited for this one. I think serial killer romance has been something I've always wanted to read more of. I've always enjoyed them, so I don't know what that says about me. I'm very much excited about this one. I'm gonna go start it right now because I have like an hour before I have to leave for camping, so I'm gonna make some progress in it.
Just ignore the mess behind me. I cannot be bothered to make it look like my house is not a mess right now. I'm literally about to head out the door to Nick's house to then go camping at his lake. So I needed to update you real quick. I made it to page 80 of Insatiable. I'm definitely intrigued. I still don't know if I like Second Chance. I'm not gonna lie. It's like not my favorite. Like I wish that it wasn't Second Chance. I wish it was like their first part of falling in love. But I feel like the tension and the yearning is there in this one. Like they want each other and it feels like they want each other, but they hate each other so much and they're off limits because it's like her best friend's brother thing. And I love how jealous he gets. I love how obsessed with her he gets. I love that he came and protected her. I also love that there's things going on in either of their lives outside of the romance. So far we're doing good on this one. We're on a walk. We're on a walk. There's Nick's mom.
Were you filming me? Don't film me. Don't put that in.
She is gonna say that. She signed her form just by having you and then you dating me. I'm wearing a nice little reader hoodie. Doing?
No, stop my whole ass. Every time I touch it, more goes numb. I actually stop it.
I'm having a stroke.
It's going off. Please stop. No, my whole side of my body's going numb. Cassie, actually, something might be going wrong. What if you're filming my death right now?
This is Nick's cabin. We sleep way up here, which means I have to climb this thing to get to bed. I don't like to climb it. I make Nick carry everything up for me half the time, and I just climb myself. Sometimes even my phone. But yeah, this is the little cabin. It's not very big. But they all have trailers and stuff out here. I'm like, how tired do I look? I slept with my makeup on too, so I probably look kind of horrendous. Let me find good lighting. I think this is pretty good. I'm 48% into the book. So we're vibing pretty hard actually. I am really enjoying this. I feel like they have a really good amount of like pining and like hate to love that I'm really enjoying. But I do think it is repetitive at times and I could use that to go away. Like so far I'm like, this book didn't need to be this long because we're getting a lot of the same stuff over and over again. But also is that why I really do believe they're hate to love. Something happened to them when they were younger. She like betrayed him and now he's off doing like gang things because he like can't get over her and is just like doing drugs because he can't get over her. And like I want a man to be that obsessed with me. I don't think mine is. Just kidding, he is. But like, he's not gonna go join a gang because of me. But also, would I join a gang for him? I don't know. I got my brewmate. There's like a frozen puck inside this to help keep it cold. Sunscreen, a book, and me. Oh, and snacks. The best chips. The worst Spitz flavor, but my boyfriend's favorite. So you'll lose some battles. It's so hot, guys. I'm literally on the floor. There's a fan above me. And I'm on the floor. I'm just trying to get cool. There's no AC. That's like the only fan. It's like 32 out today. It's so hot, I'm burning alive. I'm a turkey roasting out there. I'm not reading. I cannot bother to be productive, so I'm on TikTok on the floor. Okay, I did finish the book, but I'm just going to wait to update you for when I'm home. I think that's just easier than me trying to get my ideas out and everything. I'm excited to see what we have to read next. I might cheat and look. And if I do, I'll let you all know so that I can start reading it. But also, we're watching a movie currently, so I don't even know if I'll actually get reading done. So maybe I won't. I'll let you know when I'm home what I did. The sun looks so pretty. It just rained. It looks so pretty right now. I am on the hunt for an apple strudel. Come with me. It's really wet because it rained. I think they're right in here. I hit the jackpot. Look at this bad boy. I got crumbs everywhere. I need to clean that up. Strudel has been gotten. Look at that nice view. Back inside to watch my movie. That is really, really boring. Nick's dad picked it. It's not good. When you put a necklace on, do you have a preferred way of how to put it on? I always have to have the little clasp in my right hand and the hook in my left hand, and if it's the wrong way, it doesn't feel like it's on me properly. Is anyone else like that, or is that just like a weird thing that I have? I got back home from camping yesterday. I was dead. I don't know how. Oh my gosh, this is hard. I drank more water than I've ever drinking in a day, I swear. But I was still so dehydrated just because it was so hot. I just kind of existed yesterday. I did some Instagram posting and fun things like that, but I didn't like worry about vlogging or even reading. I didn't read yesterday, but I do need to tell you about the ending of Insatiable because I did finish that one. I liked the first half of that book a lot better. I think the second half became a little unbelievable for me. There was a way to make it believable, I think, but the way it was done, things would be said like, he's got this much money, he's got all of these guards, but it was never explained like exactly how that came to be. It just felt so unbelievable that all of these things were working out in his favor, even though it's a dark romance, so it wasn't really in his favor. But I don't know, like, it just felt like nothing was explained well enough to have me believing it. It just felt convenient to me, I think. I also think it was very repetitive. I don't think it needed to be as long as it was. I got really sick of just seeing them in a hotel room. He's drugged up. He's talking about how much he misses her, and they're gonna bang, and then they're gonna regret it the next day and go back to hating each other. It was just very repetitive, and I feel like the plot could have been a lot cooler with like the concept of it all. I definitely like the first half. I liked him just being obsessed a little bit more. I also wanted a serial killer dad to be way more part of the story. I feel like that's like part of like the clickbaity of this book. Like, you hear he's the son of a serial killer and you're like, I want to read it. I feel like it didn't really matter. He's a little bit of a sociopath because maybe his genetics, but I don't
know. I didn't care that his dad was a serial killer. They didn't really seem to make me care about that. So I liked this book. I enjoyed it. I gave it 3 stars, but I don't think I'll be continuing on in the series. I had fun while reading it. I think that it was a fun time read. I read it pretty quickly at night. I pretty much read, especially camping. I didn't read a lot during the day, so I pretty much read at night and in the morning because Nick likes to sleep in and I just read while I wait for him to wake up typically because I don't want to like roll over and get out of bed and wake him up. And then at nighttime, they're normally watching a movie and I just go to bed and read. So I think that's like my basic thoughts on this. I enjoyed it. Like, don't get me wrong, I thought it was fun. If you like dark romance, if you're a little bit more smut enjoying than me, I would say pick it up. I think that it had its good moments. I liked how obsessed he was with her. I liked how truly he was like touch her and die vibes. But I don't know if second chances for me. Truly, I think I could have liked this better if it was like their first romance than the second chance romance, because there was a lot of just like whining about who they used to be to each other. I ended up having a night where they watched like 3 movies, and so I just ended up reading. I watched one with them and I read during the other 2. So I wanted to pick something up. So I ended up looking at Jess's clip. So I can't really give you my reaction to the clip, but I will play it now for you.
Okay, well, I was prepared for 3 and I felt pretty confident in 3, but now let's go ahead. I got a snake, so I'm assuming I have to come down here. So what I remember is that I watched a couple of her past videos, but I didn't see any of her hitting a snake on the ones that I was trying to just like speed through, and I don't remember what she does when she gets a snake, but I'm assuming you roll again once you go down, or else you'd never land on the object prompt, right? So we went down and now I'm gonna roll again. So we are in the middle of a roll and we are gonna land on 5. Okay, so we are going this way. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, so we have creature. I need to think about this. So I was prepared with a lot of contemporary. I also already gave you 3 books, but let me think on what I can give you for a creature romance. Let me go run and see if you've read this yet. Okay, I'm glad I checked because it looks like the one that I was thinking of, you gave 2 stars. So, glad you've read that and I did not recommend it, but I'm going to recommend an alien romance because technically he's not human and I feel like that fits for creature, right? So he has inhuman qualities and it's very reminding me of Khal Drogo and Khaleesi vibes, which I really enjoyed about this book, and that is Captive of the Horde King by Zoe Draven. She has to marry the Horde King of this alien race in order to save her brother's life. So she ends up living with him and marrying him, and that's all I want to say, but it definitely gives those vibes if you've watched Game of Thrones. So I really hope you enjoy this one. Fingers crossed you like any of these because I have 0 idea what to expect from this, so I'm just hoping for one non-DNF here. So I hope you enjoy any of these books, and thank you so much for doing this TBR swap with me.
Not gonna lie, when I looked at this, batshit terrified. I love doing this because my game is meant for people to interpret things however they want. Literally however. They're very vague on purpose. And creature for me typically is like a fae, a vampire, a god, not a creature like a monster romance. So I was definitely nervous. I don't read a lot of monster romance. It's just like not really my vibe. I find them a little too silly goofy, a little too fast for my own liking. And I think this one I am also feeling the same vibes for. I made it 30% in, so I'm about 100 pages into this. Honestly, shocked by the writing style. I feel like normally when I've picked up monster romances, not read a lot. Ice Planet Barbarians, Creature Cafe I've read one from, and I've read a couple from the Katie Robert series, the Kraken one. And I feel like those have a more like funny, goofy writing style to them. It's a little less serious. And so I was expecting that in this one, but I feel like the writing is so polished in this. So I was definitely shocked by that and was like, oh, maybe I can enjoy this because I am really enjoying the writing style. But at the end of the day, it's the romance for me that just isn't hitting. I don't want there to be an eggplant on my screen in my book on paper until at least 50%. At least 30, okay? There is an eggplant so quickly. There is non-con so quickly. And I can like a non-con, but something about this and her being like a captive, I feel like didn't work for me. I am deciding to to DNF this one. I just don't think that I will like it enough. I don't think that monster romance is for me, and I don't think Jess was planning to give me a monster romance, to be honest. It just kind of came up in the game, and that's 100% fair, and I'm glad I tried it because Zoe Draven is such a well-loved author, especially in the monster romance community, and I'm never opposed to trying things. I'm never opposed to trying monster romance, and I think I will try more as well, but I just think everything happens too quick for me. I like a slow burn, and slow burn meaning no sex till the end. Like, I want the moment that they finally connect to be so impactful for me, to be like the joining of these feelings that they've had this entire time. Not that they've been doing it a little bit, but their feelings haven't came, because that's also almost a slow burn in a different way. I want my smut to be slow burn specifically. So I think that was really my thoughts. Also, I think it's very repetitive. She's barely left the tent. She's like in the tent the entire time, and I don't really like stories that just follow two people. I think that was also maybe my problem with Insatiable a little bit. I love a cast of characters. I love found family. So I do think romance books that don't have that are very hard for me to get behind, and maybe this will as we continue on, but at this point, she's literally just been in the tent every single time. You know how many baths I've watched between her and the other guy? They've had a lot of baths. I don't need to read that many bath scenes. I love a bath scene, but not 5 in a row in 100 pages. So yeah, that's my thoughts. I've decided to DNF, which puts an end to this video. Thank you so much to Jess for being willing to participate in this. I didn't have like a 5-star in this, but I feel like I learned a lot about my reading taste, specifically romance reading taste. I got to try some things I would have never tried on my own, which led me to knowing more things about my reading style, and also led me to wanting to try more from an author. Although Left to Forever wasn't like a big win for me, I would love to try more from her. I thought her writing was so well done. I'd also be willing to try more from Zoe Draven because I also thought the writing was really well done. Besides the one I DNF'd, I enjoyed the other 3, the ones I gave 3 stars, and I would recommend them to people. Although they weren't all-time favorites, I read them so quickly and I had a really fun time with them, especially those dark romances. So I think that in itself is a win. So thank you so much, Jess. Thank you so much. I hope that you had at least a good time with my picks as well. And now that you're done watching my video, you can head over to her channel and watch her video, and let me know in the comments down below who you think had crueler picks for each other. Who do you think picked better for each other? Like, who did you think the picks were going to be wins for? Were you surprised by anything? Were you shocked by thoughts on one of the books or whatever it is? I just love to talk to everyone in the comments, truly. And if you made it all the way to the end of this video and you'd like to leave me an emoji just to say you were here, leave me an orange emoji because this shirt is very, very orange. And have yourselves an absolutely remarkable day.